How long gone? Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful, warm and sunny Thursday afternoon in Los Angeles, California. I arrived with approximately 7 minutes to spare. A classic maneuver that's happened to me a few times in the history of this podcast, but today I was confident. You know, I know Los Angeles, I know my way around, I know where to park the car illegally to get in the hotel as fast as possible. I'm cutting corners that I maybe couldn't cut in other major cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know WeHo like the back of your hand, don't you? All the nooks and crannies and crevices available. And I was actually thinking of you a couple of days ago when I parked in the red. And I just like, I'm going to park in the red. Fuck, what are you going to do about it? Nothing happened.
Exactly, bro. Gotta let it hang sometimes. If you don't let it hang, the West Hollywood traffic cops won't even they want you to let it hang here. That's kind of the whole. West Hollywood is built on guys letting it hang, if you think about it.
Truer words have never been uttered. And actually, speaking of letting them hang, in terms of nuts, I was thinking earlier on the way I was driving to Pilates, and I was thinking about like the word sacrilege, and I feel like I use it a lot, and maybe it's because I'm DJing a Tom of Finland party with you, to another straight guy, and it feels sacrilege. But also, is it fair to say that we're going to put the sack in sacrilege?
Oh, you got to put down those edibles, big dog. It's starting to have an effect. It's starting to have an effect on your mental capabilities. No, I mean,
it's like making them like otherworldly, like. Yeah. More human than human, kind of.
More human than human. What song is that? You know that song.
That is...
Is it Rob Zombie? Is it...
It is, yeah, that's White Zombie.
I know that from 99X, Atlanta's alternative radio station.
99X.
99X. Yeah, I'm so glad I made it. My flight was only... delayed by like 30 minutes or so for the de-icing, as Leonard mentioned. But yesterday in New York, when I got back from Charleston, it was 45 degrees and sunny.
That's nice.
So it was sort of like the day started with snow and it ended with sun. God bless. But I'm happy to be here. And I can't wait to podcast with you. I can't wait to go out tonight. I can't wait to have a Hanover e-com shoot tomorrow. My dance card is full, baby.
The first motherfucker I've ever heard say he's excited for an e-com shoot.
Hey man, if you sitting inside of Milk Studios with Tim, does it get better than that for someone like me? That I aim low.
Damn, don't let me do a pop in tomorrow. Okay.
Please. Pop in. I know you're going to be hungover. I bet they got beer there. I can ask him to pick up a 6-pack of Modelo to kind of ease your pain.
Maybe like a nice ice-cold Pepsi, and if they could get the In-N-Out truck over, that'd be nice.
Ice-cold Pepsi. I think that I saw a guy wearing a Pepsi sweatshirt at the airport today.
Okay.
And he didn't look like someone that would have been influenced by Addison Rae. So it was sort of like, wow, do you just fuck with Pepsi that much, bro? Because the Coca-Cola logo is iconic. I would say a Pepsi logo is not even the top 30 of iconic logos.
Sad but true. I was unfortunately listening to a random podcast with Bert Kreischer, and he was claiming Bert Kreischer on Pete Holmes.
Dude, you really, these edibles are working. Never mind. I take it back. If you can get through that, you can get through anything.
Scraping the barrel, I spend a lot of time walking, so
I get it.
But they were it was awful. First of all, he was trying to explain to Pete Holmes about how awesome the Jelly Roll Hey Dude shoes that he received as a gift he used to be a flip-flop guy, barefoot guy, and now he's a Hey Dude guy through and through. House slipper, whatever you want to call it. He's got his dudes on, and then they were talking like, why does Jelly Roll have like a fucking collab, and he's like, well, when you're a big guy, you're not into tying too much, you know what I mean? We're slipping. It's like it's an old thing or a fat thing to where we don't have time to tie.
Well, based on production timelines at the Hey Dude factories, Jelly Roll was still fat when this thing got started.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like
we'll talk to our guest about it today, but the wheels of fashion turn slowly. You think, oh, I've got an idea for this. Unless you're Shein, you're not going to spit things out in 18 months runway.
The Benjamin doesn't hit that fast. Like it hits fast. It hits fast. We've seen Hollywood hollow out, but it ain't working like that.
But back to Pepsi, he was also explaining to Pete Holmes that the black community loves Pepsi more
Hold on.
than Coca-Cola.
Hold on one second, Bert Kreischer.
And Pete was like, I thought they had Sprite. And and Bert was like, a lot of people will try to do the Sprite narrative to get you off the scent, but apparently it roots back, and they like studied it and did research that like in the 80s in inner city areas they did like Pepsi branding deals where it was like half the price
I
of
believe
Coca-Cola,
that.
and everyone just got hooked on the Pepsi.
I believe the Pepsi. But I believe that. But as someone from Atlanta, Georgia, which is I feel like predominantly black community in many ways.
But also the hometown of Coca-Cola. That's a huge asterisk.
No, it is. But I'm just saying, if Black Hollywood's drinking Coke, then that's what my judge. You know what I mean? That's what I don't go by. Two nerdy white comedians telling me.
You're not gonna let a Floridian come in here and tell you about cola.
No, exactly. No, honestly, no one can tell me about cola. Not a goddamn. Because at Elmere, Jason, they famously serve. Where do I get my cola
Where
back?
till I get my soda right? Okay, go ahead.
They at Elmere they serve RC cola as like a sort of.
I used to fuck with little RC.
I've never had it. I've never had it. But how does it? Obviously, it's a much smaller operation, smaller footprint, not in as many gas stations.
Less SKUs than Coke, sure. But I think in the 80s, RC, it was.
I would love to hear a taste comparison between the three there.
Metal
between Coke, RC, and Pepsi.
I'm so old. I did the damn Pepsi challenge when I was a little kid at the mall.
Yeah.
Old trade, stay sipping. And you already know I got it right. I got a coupon and everything.
You already know I got it right. I saw that Aiden Ross has put on quite a bit of weight, and he said he's working on that. So
okay.
he's
working on adding more weight?
No, he's working on he got lazy. He got too rich, I think.
Damn,
so
we can't talk about Aiden Ross, Chris. Come on.
I'm sorry, but I just saw that and I was like, man, I feel for you, bro. Because it's if your job is to sit down for 10 hours and talk, it's tough to get your exercise in. You know what I mean?
You think it's a little bit of there's like streamer gut, lean gut,
that's what I'm saying. Streamer gut is real. I mean, look, Mr. B, if you take off Mr. Beast's fucking Walmart t-shirt, it's a little soft under there. Mm-hmm. Beast ain't beasting like we thought he was.
You're saying Aiden Ross's hip flexor's got to be tight as a bastard.
Oh, tight as hell. He doesn't even know what a hip flexor is. He thinks that's a rapper.
What was I going to say? I wanted to talk about my spelling bee.
Yeah,
metal placing. The good friends over at Substack, they had a spelling bee for Kazi David's book release event.
I never thought of you as a speller on that level. And who did you lose to?
Alex Edelman. Alex Edelman beat me. They were in the like brand names of things. I lost on Louboutin because somebody in the crowd was trying to tell me a letter and it threw me off, and the letter they chose was wrong. I had to phone a friend, ask help for how to spell the word Milwaukee, and somebody raised their hand saying, I'm from Milwaukee, and she got it wrong. So, I mean, like...
That's actually really cool.
The embarrassment, unless Edelman paid her off to be a mole of some sort. But I lost Louboutin, and then he got Lamborghini, which I would have gotten easily, and he took it by a cunt hair, unfortunately.
I think I could have gotten both of those, but there was one word that you said that I don't think that you got that I don't think I could have gotten.
Niacinamide.
Definitely not going to get that. That's also unfair. You can't put medical. I mean, that seems crazy to me.
There was a medical category, and half the people on the dais are hypochondriacs, and the other half are like beauty people. So everyone knew like hydrocolonic acid and niacinamide, like all.
Oh, I see. All the ladies, all the Nicole Richie knew all of those. So
Nicole Richie dominated. She had stock and all. It was like, I know how to spell that word, and I own that word.
I have a company that does that actually. I think it's I don't know where it is right now, but
we did some good building with Nicole. She was actually amazing. Loved her attitude, and I hope for her to finally lock in and be a How Long Gone guest.
I know it's been a real journey with Nicole, but I think she'll come around.
Yeah, I think our guest today will really move her needle.
I was thinking about that, but I didn't want to put any pressure on it. Of course, I don't want anybody texting, or calling or anything in our, on our behalf.
No, for sure.
I would hate that. Are you ready to turn up tonight?
I'm almost ready to turn up tonight. I mean, we got a late pod today, which actually feels good. I'm normally podcasting before 9 a.m. I'm a little crusty. I'm a little janky. I'm not doing great, but now it's 1 p.m. I've already gone on a big walk, had a smoothie, went to Pilates, showered, shaved, the whole thing. I'm getting my USB sticks all juiced up with some fucking horny shit, and I'm looking forward to it, Chris.
Great. Well, I got up at 4:30 and sat next to an unnamed minor celebrity that I'll tell you off mic, who was the most. I was in Delta when I did get the upgrade, and it was an interesting.
Bravo.
It was just a throwback to a time that I forgot about, where you're wearing the mask, earplugs, you're wiping down every surface. You know, it's like.
And you're saying this minor celebrity was doing that?
Yes, to the point of like hysterics. But then I sort of found out why, and it made a little more sense after we landed.
Yeah.
So I got it a little more. But I did something I haven't done in a while that felt really good. I read an entire book from start to finish on the plane.
Damn, you did the end to end?
I did the end to end.
For my freight riders out there.
This Bell Burden book that came out that the people recommend to me is called Strangers, a Memoir of Marriage, and it is very good.
You saying this motherfucker's last name is Burden?
Yeah, I mean, her family history is rich, both really and figuratively.
Reading on the plane, that's a burden to me, bro.
But it was very good. I highly recommend it if you want to hear about a marriage collapsing after 20 years, and then dealing with that. But I was quite impressed.
Speaking of, our guest today, Rachel Zoe.
Oh yeah, our guest today is
teed me up a little bit on that one.
Is Rachel Zoe, the famed, the original, the OG celebrity stylist. She has her catchphrase when she sees Jason, I die. You know, you know, of course.
I die.
Reality TV. The Zoe Report. She sold to Bustle. She has several product lines in all kinds of department stores still. And she's the newest cast member of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's breaking bread with all my girlies over there in the 90210.
And she's single. She's back out on the market. She's snatchiana AF. All of her angles are on fleek.
Her hair still looks great. Iconic hair.
Hooped and gagged over here.
If you talk to any woman, they'll talk about her hair. All right, so let's go chat with Rachel. All right, Rachel, thank you for joining us. Wow, we covered so much while you're trying to get your headphones plugged in.
I told you I was technologically challenged.
That's okay. We don't want you to be too techie.
Yeah, that would be upsetting if you were all like really good at using the computer. It just feels wrong for you.
It's slightly off brand, right?
It's slightly off brand, but you were saying that you have several pairs of AirPods littered throughout your home, your pockets, your bags, but then you've now come to the table with a wired pair. So that means we didn't find any of the 5 AirPods.
No, I actually only use wired.
Oh, you do use wired. Okay.
I only use wired. I have this weird thing in my brain that is not factual or proven, but I just feel like not wired is somehow going into my brain.
Yeah, it's 5G. It's
Yeah.
a common...
Okay, so we just had Cassie David on our pod last week, Larry David's daughter, and she has a new book out, but she has these EMF headphones with a 20-foot extension cord, so she puts her phone or her computer on the other side of the room and then has this long cord so she can listen to Gilmore Girls while she falls asleep because of her stress and anxiety.
Really?
So maybe that's something that Santa Claus could bring you this year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something to think about for you. It's something to think about.
I used to do that. I used to listen to, I would just put on like Friends in the background. I wasn't even watching it.
While you're folding laundry or whatever it is?
Just like while I mean, that's a nice thought, but
You're like, that's a thing that people
She's
do.
like, I haven't folded laundry in a long time, big dog.
it's not that.
Okay, put on Friends and have one of your assistants fold the laundry.
No, it's not that. It's more just I'm not great at folding laundry, to be honest. It's not something I excel at. It's not that I won't do it. I just will own the fact I'm not great at it.
Really?
I know, given my career, it should be
think.
something I'm excellent at, but I'm not.
Did you ever work retail?
I did, but when I did, it wasn't like at Benetton. It wasn't like Gap. It wasn't folding perfectly because that would have really taught me how to do it. But my first job was actually selling shoes, which did not involve folding. It involved
Rachel, one of my first jobs was selling shoes as well.
Where?
In Atlanta, Georgia, at a store called Abadaba's. It was commission based. So
Me too.
I did pretty well
Me
with
too.
the Birkenstock crowd.
How old were you?
I was like 18, 19.
Yeah, I was 16.
It was 16. Wow. We're starting, but it was a designer or no?
It was 9 West in the Short Hills Mall.
Wow, 9. They did commission it at the mall at
Yeah, they
9
did.
West. That's a different time.
Yeah, they did.
It was a different time back then. Well, where was that mall exactly, Rachel?
Short Hills, New Jersey.
Short Hills, New Jersey.
I know. I think we think of you as such a California chick, but you really are New Jersey.
Yeah, I am probably more New York, because my parents didn't really own the fact that they lived in New Jersey, and we lived 30 minutes in the city. So my mom, like psychologically and quite literally, when we traveled, would tell people we lived in New York, and I would be like, no, we don't.
She couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle the reality.
My mom couldn't handle it because they are New Yorkers.
Yeah.
And both of them. And then when I left for college, they, like, literally when I was 17, they moved back to the city. And then I don't think I've been to New Jersey since, really.
I mean, why would you?
And so, yeah, I think we always thought of ourselves. And then I lived in New York after that. So for about 11 years or so before I moved to LA. So I really was, I mean, the best decade of my life, hands down, was my decade in the city after college.
Oh, I bet you were turning the fuck up. What was going on in that decade exactly? If you could just give us some high points.
Let me tell you something.
No pun intended.
You don't. This is how long of a pod? This is. Are we an hour? We need days.
Only an hour.
We need days.
But this is sort of our sweet spot. What were the hot spots during your heyday in New York?
My first hot spot, which is so, when I think about what went on there, it was like so iconic. It was called Cafe de Bach.
Yeah.
So first it was Cafe de Bach, and that was like Kate Moss and Johnny Depp and Christy, like every supermodel, everyone that was anyone. And it was sort of like, if you could get in there, that was all you needed, right? Like it was it was small. It was really small.
Yeah.
And then, so it was Cafe de Bach and Merc Bar and Spy and Wax. And then it was Moomba and Bungalow 8.
Club names, no matter how many times I've heard them, they always give me a Wax. Is just such it's just.
I know, but it was so good.
I've never heard of Wax. Moomba I've heard of. And of course,
Moomba
Bungalow 8 was the heyday.
Moomba and Bungalow 8 were basically like the Studio 54. They weren't clubs. They weren't dance clubs, but it was, for all intents and purposes, I think signified the exclusivity and the era. I mean, let's put it this way. When Moomba closed, I moved to LA.
All right.
I was like, and
you're like, I'm out of this shithole. I've had enough.
So you're at LAX at customs. You're like, what are you here for? Moomba closed.
Yeah, Moomba closed. I'm sorry. It's the end of an era. I'm sorry. We're done here now. Like, there's nothing left for me here.
So what exactly was so magical about Club Moomba that once that closed, it really was the end of an era?
I can tell you, Jason, she was 25, hot, and could get in. That's the
look. She
really
was hot and can get in anywhere. Why Moomba though?
But is there something special, I guess, about Moomba?
It was because I couldn't get into Moomba.
Well, so it was on it was 7th between 10th and Charles, and I lived on 666 Greenwich Street, and then I lived at 95 Horatio, so it was like 5 minutes from my house. But it was all you needed to do because I was just working, right? So I was on set every day shooting some celebrity or pop star or whatever. And I would just know that on any night of the week, 7 nights a week, I could go to Moomba and find all my friends. And there was a guy named Jeff Gossett, who was the owner. And it was not a dance club at all. It was small. It was a restaurant downstairs, and then upstairs was the lounge.
Okay.
And literally, I knew every single person there on any given night, honestly. Even Sundays, you could be there till 4 or 5 in the morning. And it was everyone from Mark Ronson and the Ronsons and whatever to Bono, Madonna, like it didn't matter. Like I was by far and away the least famous, least whatever.
Diddy was there, all kinds of celebs. I get
everyone. And it was exclusive. I mean, they didn't, but yet it felt like family if you were inside. Does that make sense?
2 questions.
Of course.
Were you assisting or were you working on your own then?
Oh no, I was on my own. I went freelance. I've worked for myself since I was 25.
Okay.
I went out on my own at 25.
And what was let's say Moomba heyday, what was the look?
Honestly, it's not that different than I am now. My style, truthfully, my style is like not, it's funny because I actually recently have been wearing things that I'm like, when was the last time I wore this jacket? And I'm like, Jesus, it was probably like 2000, like, I mean, literally 20 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
so big jewelry, big, big
Gold.
vintage.
You're like, so you're basically saying, I've been doing this shit, is what you're saying.
To be honest, like for better, for worse, like I'm almost embarrassed to say, like, I don't know that I've changed that much. Like,
I think that's a testament to your staying power.
You're a uniform dresser, but your uniform is a little less Steve Jobs and a little more
less black turtleneck and 501s and more fur and gold. But
more fur, gold, skinny jeans, heels.
You guys, my sister FaceTimed me. She's in New York, so she FaceTimed me yesterday, and I dropped my son off at school, and so I got home around 8. She goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "What?" She goes, "What are you wearing?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Are you in a fur and a smoky eye right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "What time is it?" I was like 8:02, and she was like, "Are you okay?" She goes, I go, "Why are you what? You're my sister."
Yeah, you've really been seeing this shit.
Like,
You really been.
Don't act like you're new to this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you confused? Why are you asking me this question?
It sounds like she's jealous that you're so fabulous and she's still got the aloe set on.
Aloe would be the good news on my sister at 8 a.m. Like, my sister does not. My sister is like,
step in the right direction. Okay, well, break down. Yeah, what's your sister wearing?
Like, how early does this smoky eye go on though? Like, what the fuck? Like, do we not? Can anybody see?
What? Yeah, what time is the Tracy Anderson and when does the smoky eye happen?
I love that you think I do Tracy Anderson. I love you for that. That's like a really high compliment, by the way.
I feel like you're the kind of person who's never worked out.
Yeah, I dream of it. Yeah. And when I do, funny enough, I do call my friend Tracy Anderson and be like, "Hey, do you have a great girl who just wants to ring my doorbell and make me do something in 30 minutes or less?" Like, because that's the only way then I'm going to do it, right? Like,
so you're up at 6 a.m. with the kids, and do they see you without a smoky eye? You can be honest.
Not often, truthfully, not often. And wait, my sister's calling right now. Should I answer it?
Sure. Let's get an outfit check from sis.
Wait, Pammy, I'm literally talking about you, which is so funny. That's why you're calling. I'm on a podcast right now. I can't talk, but I was just talking about how you FaceTimed me yesterday, and I was in a fur and a smoky eye, and you were like, "Yeah, are you okay?" And they were like, they were like, "Well, what's your sister wearing?" I'm like, they're like, "She's probably an aloe." I'm like, "That would be the good news, actually."
Yeah, I'm still in my pajamas.
See?
Okay.
Actually. Okay, love you. I'll call you after. Bye.
I'm glad that you haven't rubbed off on her at all, though. That's nice.
No. Not at all.
The commitment to the smoky. I don't know what the process of a smoky eye is.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, full disclosure.
Okay.
Very often, the smoky eye at 6 a.m. is the one from the night before.
Oh.
Sometimes it's the night before, and sometimes it's a photo shoot that happened the day before that I just slept in my eye makeup.
Because are you in promo mode for Real Housewives right now? Is that what's going on?
I am in everything mode. I am in like, we shot the show over like for 3 months intensely, and then kind of no one gave me the memo that this doesn't end until like the reunion. So like, I've been shooting confessionals each week, more or less. And then also, yes, doing promotions since like before Christmas. And so just doing different photo shoots and whatever. And then I was just in New York for Fashion Week, but also doing like Today Show and all that kind of stuff. But
see what I like about you as far as usually the housewives have to figure out what businesses to start once they have the eyeballs. You already have the businesses. So you're good to go.
You reverse engineered being a housewife.
Like, you can go buy all my shit everywhere you already shop. You don't have to write a book. You don't have to do any of this shit.
Listen, there's no one less impressed by themselves than me. So I feel like I always have stuff to do,
No, that's a good way to be. I agree. But I mean, I think that going back on TV, especially this kind of TV, because I read our friend Max wrote the story about you for the
my
New York
God,
Times.
he's so great. We had so much fun.
He's great.
By the way, I cannot believe, I mean, I don't know if he told you this. I think we spent like an hour and a half together.
Wow.
You would have thought we spent like 3 days together.
Yeah, those days are over in the journalism world. You ain't giving us 3 days, you know.
Well, also, by the way, I mean, I've lived long enough where I did many of those, and those can go either way. They can be really scary too. So
yeah, for sure, it's too much access.
It's
but
too much access. Yeah.
I thought what was interesting about it that I never thought about was that you were the executive producer of your show. And you had like final say, and Andy was like, "Sorry, but you're gonna see it when you see it. You're gonna see it with the rest of us.
You'll have a say, but not the say."
I have no say. I have literally no say. Quite literally no say. When you see it, I see it. Like I don't.
Wow.
And not just that. How about this? What has dawned on me is, they'll send it to me like a day or two in advance, so just so that I can sort of
mentally prepare.
I don't even know if it's mentally prepare as much as it's while I'm doing press, know what I'm talking about, right? But it's very hard for me to.
They're like, we don't give a fuck how you are mentally. We just need you to talk about the right shit.
By the way, yeah.
By the way, this week you're an alcoholic. Just wanted to remind you, okay?
You guys, like, quite literally. I mean, it's like my life is a blur in and of itself. But I think to even know what I said, last July.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. So when I do watch it, it's sort of like it's hard for me to watch, and I'm a little bit like, my team will have it on in the background just so that I can sort of hear it, and I'll be like, "Tell me, how bad is it? Oh my God, I cried. That's so embarrassing." Like
you've been in LA for a long time, and what I know that who did you know, who did you not know? No one's really friends, you know what I mean? But every once in a while, a couple people have happened to know each other for a really long time just from being around.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like.
You also have to remember I'd never seen the show. Not an episode.
That's cool.
Of any county, housewife of any county. So I don't watch any reality television.
She's like, well, I mean, I saw Ohio, but otherwise, no, haven't seen any.
No,
episodes.
literally haven't seen anything. And I think part of that was having done my own show for so long and having been so immersed in that, and having been an executive producer, having lived it, having seen it. I didn't watch my last show once it aired. Like once I reviewed the cuts and stuff, like I had never watched it on television.
Yeah.
I live with myself. I don't.
I never understand people. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see that either.
Oh, it's just.
I'll cash the checks. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah, it's hard. So I think that, but then I think having been on the other side of it, I didn't need to over the last decade then sort of watch other worlds of it, right?
Yeah.
But I also think, to be honest, I there's so many people in my life I respect that follow these shows. Like,
thank you. I know we just met, but I'm glad to hear that you respect me like that. That's big for me.
Listen, I have to tell you, a big part of why I signed on to do it ultimately was because some of my closest girlfriends and some of the most badass, successful women that I respect, not only in business, but as mothers and as people, are so obsessed with this show.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh, no, you're doing it." And I was like, and I understand why now. I think that it is an escape for people, and it is an escape to lose their minds in other people's lives. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me, it's when I watch it now, and I think this episode that's airing actually tonight, my heart was really broken because Erica really talks about an experience that she has. And I'm like, I'm so upset that I like shot with her this whole time and didn't really know, because when you don't shoot certain things with people, right? Like I didn't shoot with some of the women a lot of the time.
Sure. They split it. Sure.
And if I don't see these cuts, like I didn't know that I didn't know she talked about this. Like I would have wanted to be there for her,
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I did not know Erica or Dorit. I knew Bose a little bit because she had been on my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Bose a little. I knew Kathy very well, but she's more a friend. She's not like on all the time.
Yeah. What do they call them? What do they call them?
I think it's a main. a main cast versus
But I think
a
it is.
friend.
The friend is a good place to be. I feel like you show up a couple times, you have a glass of white wine, you get a couple one-liners in, and you head out.
Would love to do that.
It's like being an aunt versus a mother.
Sure. That is.
You know, you can kind of show up for just the good stuff and peace out when you want to.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Okay,
only.
so you guys
really
do a
good.
diaper thing. I'm gonna head out. So really good to see you guys.
They're gonna have a meltdown. I'm just gonna exit right now. You can handle that. You got that, right?
Right before we started recording, you mentioned that you recently joined the DJ community a little bit.
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
I'm not a DJ. I am just surrounded by them, but I find that my new single life.
Don't tell me Diplo DM'd you. Got to be careful with that.
Have you had sex with Diplo yet?
Have you had sex with Diplo?
No, but Diplo's great.
Do you want to?
No,
I can make a call.
no,
Okay.
no. But I have really gotten I've really immersed myself in this world. It's kind of fun where there's so many great DJs out there that I'm enjoying. I mean, listen, I have a lot of friends who are in it, like Paris, and I mean, I don't forget, like I came up, like DJ AM used to do my birthday parties. Like,
yeah, I remember.
Mark Ronson was doing every big event when I was in my 20s that we were a part of. And watching his success has been just an absolute.
Oh yeah,
that has been so incredible to watch what Mark Ronson has done and become. He deserves every bit of it.
Yeah, he used to just be the cutest guy in the 90s, and now he's got all these Grammys, and he wrote the book. Yeah, he's been on our show before a couple of times. He's a great guy.
First of all, Mark is one of the nicest guys, and there's nothing I love more than watching good things happen to good people, and also people that have worked their fucking asses off, pardon my French, but to get to where they are and turn it into what they have. But also just the whole community now, of like, Jama, how she owns like Surf Lodge and Snow Lodge and that whole thing, and Palm Tree Festivals and Kygo and all of these things, the Rise Festival, Coachella.
Okay, Rachel, are you dipping your toe into the Burning Man kind of Illuminati a little bit?
Illuminati.
No.
It sounds very Illuminati.
No. I think, I did Rise this year. That was fun.
Okay.
Actually,
is it Molly or is it ketamine? Which there's two paths.
Rachel, just hold on one second. I'm going to ask Jason if he could describe to me, a layman, what Rise Festival is, and you can chime in after.
I actually let me check here really quick. Rise Festival.
Rise was
How is it spelled?
Rise was Rufus DeSoul did Rise. LPBOG.
It's just RISE. It's the world's largest Sky Lantern Festival.
By the way, that was transformative. The Sky Lantern Festival. Let me tell you, I have it on my Instagram.
Really?
You can scroll back.
That's the answer, Jason. Molly. That's the answer. So hold on. So where was this festival? Where is it? Where does the Rise Festival
right now
take place?
Where?
I'm looking it up.
Rise was in the Mojave Desert outside of Vegas, like 30 minutes outside of Vegas.
Calvin Harris, John. This is John Mayer and Goose.
Rufus DeSoul did Friday night the lantern ceremony. Honestly, I had no expectation of that lantern ceremony, and I have to tell you, it was one of the most transformative things I've ever done.
Does somebody DJ during the lantern ceremony, or is that a separate?
Yes, someone did. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did. The first night was the craziest wind sandstorm ever. Like Rufus didn't go on, I don't think, till midnight because they had to wait till the winds died down a little bit.
Doesn't it piss you off? Doesn't it piss you off that Rufus DeSoul's three guys? It pisses me off. It's confusing. It's confusing. It feels like it's one guy, but it's three guys.
They're really good. But I have to say that the whole DJ thing, I have not done Burning Man because I just don't think I could survive it. I just don't think I could.
Because at this festival, at Rise Festival, you were staying in one of your suites at the Wynn. You
weren't. Yeah. I mean, I did it fancy. I did. But listen, it was one of the most civilized festivals that I've been to.
Yeah.
But listen, like now, Brian Goldberg, who does nylon. I mean, these nylon parties, they have like Sophie Tucker and Londish and like all, I mean, there's the whole thing now.
So you're okay, but are you saying to us, because you're alluding to the fact that you might be looking for love in the DJ community, am I going too far with that? Or is that a fair thing to say?
Rich guys go to those parties now.
I don't know that I'm looking for love in the DJ community. I think that I have a lot of friends that are in it, and I have my kind of New York City friend group follows a lot of it, and we kind of, in the places we go, like Aspen and Hamptons and St. Bart's, and now, with Palm Tree Festival, and like, there's a lot of events that are now built around the DJ community.
It's a global network where you can go anytime.
Yeah.
Just like
basically.
Freeze Art Week or Art Basel or whatever.
100%. But I will say this, it's pretty crazy. I would say now, from when I first learned about it, it was just like at Coachella and it was at Zenara after the festival and whatever. But now it's like literally every week around the world.
Okay. How often are you going out?
Me?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it depends, so I'll be at Coachella. I'll probably go a few nights, and I'll go out 3 nights, 3 out of 3. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like, but during, like, when I'm at home, like, I'm not,
So
I'll
when you're
go
in
out.
LA, you're not really going out. You're saying you make a weekend of it.
I go in waves.
Yeah.
I go in waves. Like, truthfully, like, I just got back from a whirlwind in New York and then Miami, and we had fun. And so I've been back now for a week. I have not gone out in a week. Like,
you have to pick your battles as we get older.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
When you travel, when is this? And I don't mean to get into something so serious, but when is the last time that you didn't check a bag?
Check a bag?
Yeah. When's the last time you did carry on only?
I don't do carry on. I don't, that doesn't exist for me.
No results found.
I've done it once or twice when I had to do like an appearance in like Dallas, and I was going for like less than 24 hours, and I had to wear one thing and whatever. But my shoes take up my carry-on. Like 2 pairs of shoes take up the carry-on.
All right, so we're going to New York. We're going to New York for a week. What is it? What is the bellhop looking like at the Greenwich? He's pissed.
It's not cute. Like yeah. I mean,
it's excessive
in the day. I mean, like when I was going to Paris for Fashion Week and stuff. I mean, I've gone as far as like 14 big 30-inch suitcases. So
hold on, 14 suit. But this is for yourself. This isn't clients. This is you.
Oh no. This was for me when I was like filming the show or like whatever. But now it's not. The most I'm taking for me now, honestly, is 4 30-inch.
Okay. 430s.
The most, the 430s.
That is max. That's max though. So I try to keep it to 2 or 3.
Is the stuff already on hangers or no?
Yeah, always on hangers.
There we go.
I can't function if it's not on hangers. That gives me a panic attack.
So hold on, you're saying you pack. This is a stylist trait where you pack it
thin velvet hangers.
Sure. So nothing moves once they're up.
Well, it's also time saving when you get out. When you get to the hotel, you just go pull it right out. And everything's in a garment bag, and
Wow, okay. Do we have a labeling system as well, or is?
No, I'm not that crazy. I do that for clients. Like when I was styling, I would do it for clients, but not for me because I'm too frenetic and change. I change my.
So let's say you're going. Let's say you and I. Let's say you and I are going to dinner.
Yeah. Oh, are we on a date?
Feels like it.
No. Well, I'm not saying that. It's 8 o'clock.
San Vicente Bungalows. We got a spot for you at the table tonight, Rachel.
7:30 tonight.
Okay.
SVB. You're. What time do you start getting ready for a 7:30 reservation?
Oh, 6:30.
Okay, so we only need an hour if we're home. It's easy.
Max.
Well, that's because you already
yeah.
woke up with the makeup on from last night.
Yeah. Like at that point, I have my 7 a.m. makeup and I'm touching it up. I'm probably putting another like 20 minutes on, and then I'm grabbing like one of my uniforms, like a fur coat and a pair of black suede pants and heels, and
Sure.
I'm good.
Okay, so we're out the door.
You know it's going to work. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, totally. That's easy.
You don't have to text a photo.
Different than event dressing. Different than like I'm doing a red carpet situation.
But you're low maintenance, is what you're saying.
I think if I said that, someone would bomb my house. No, I don't think I can say
the
that.
people that are in it right now would bomb it, I think.
Okay. On the stylist topic, I want to do a stylist fuck, marry, kill, celebrity, editorial, and commercial.
Okay, wait. Say that again.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Uh-huh.
celebrity styling, like personal styling for a celeb,
Uh-huh.
editorial for a magazine or something, and then, commercial for the the Facebook Super Bowl ad or whatever.
Mm.
A lot of pros and cons, Editorial, no money.
I know, but editorial is merry because that was my happiest creativity.
Okay.
And
all right.
where I made no money, where I probably lost money, but I was the
course.
happiest. Like I would literally, like you would see me on a Peter Lindbergh photo shoot, like styling couture on a supermodel on the beach. And I probably lost money on that job for sure.
Yeah.
And probably aged quite a bit on that job, but also just beaming, like literally beaming,
And are you beaming because like, oh my God, this is amazing, I'm doing exactly what I want? Or are you thinking like,
Yes.
I can't wait to have these images that I've dreamed in my head?
I'm thinking I'm living my
Okay.
dream. I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
And that was just Peter Lindbergh. Just imagine, you know what I mean?
Imagine. So yeah, commercial shoots that I made the most on were the lead. I was like, well,
So we would
Right.
kill the commercial, and we
I
would fuck
killed the
celebrities.
commercial. Yeah,
And
exactly.
we fuck celebrities,
Exactly.
got it.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
Yeah, it all makes sense to me, actually.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that there's a so I was reading a little bit, and obviously Jason and I were around for this era because I think we're relatively the same age. You know what I mean? So it's like we were around for the heyday. But
Okay.
I guess that the thing now where like Justin and Haley don't leave the house without an outfit that they've put on a hanger.
Yeah.
That was sort of new when you were doing it for like Lindsay Lohan and the paparazzi.
I mean, I started doing that because I felt like if you are going to work this hard to look this epic when you do a carpet, why would you then roll out of bed to the same amount of press that were going to appear in tabloids and everywhere else? Why do you not care about that?
Yeah.
And it's okay if you don't. I think it's cool, but they did care, some of them. And so then they would come to me and be like, look how they got me. Look how they found me. Look at this picture of me, whatever. And I was like, okay, so let's take 10 minutes and do something cute. Let's do something that looks like you, but like a little more.
Yeah, considered.
Yes. And I just felt that way about like, when you travel, why do you have to look like you're in bed? Like, I don't understand. Like, why there has to be like some gray area between looking like, you got ready for 6 hours by professionals, versus what you are in your downtime. And all of them were so gorgeous. They're so beautiful. It was like, why?
Don't get me started on the Lohan heyday. Now we could do another hour.
Listen.
Why are you wearing the free people sweats to toast brunch or something like that? You're throwing it all away.
Look,
It's the destruction of the middle class of fashion. All we have is red carpet or pajamas.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
not
left
toast,
in the middle.
bro. Not toast. Damn.
Toast.
Not
Wow,
toast.
you just pulled out toast, didn't you?
I pulled out toast.
You might as well pull out Newsroom and the Ivy too.
Ooh, I used to love that Newsroom juice bar, man. Oh my God.
Huh? So good.
Back when Robertson was Robertson, am I right?
Robertson was not a ghost town.
I feel like you did more for Robertson than fucking Kitson, the city of Los Angeles. Honestly, you're the fucking. But I mean, what? Because this is like, I remember going to the airport and like I would buy Star and fucking Us Weekly. And there was a couple other. Star was my favorite because it was a little more salacious. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Us Weekly was like corporate.
I never looked at Star. That was like traumatic for me.
Star was bad
Yeah.
boy shit. Bad boy
Yeah.
shit.
It was like Us. And what was the other one I'm not thinking
Life
of?
and Style.
Life and Style.
That's what it was.
That's it. God,
But
yeah.
of those, did you have after a little while you had to know these photographers at a certain point? You're seeing them all the time.
I didn't really, because
It's more civilized now, even though there's more
and there was
places to put the images.
There was a few nice ones, that would be like, hey, Rachel, like, da-da-da, or like when I had Sky, they would back off, if I asked them, like, guys, come on, I have my baby.
I've always wanted to say that's my favorite. Not tonight, guys. I'm with my family. That's the classic.
Yeah.
That's one of my.
But here's the thing about that. Ultimately, that's what made me step out of it, because it got really scary. Like when I had Sky, they were like chasing me down alleyways, right around my house. I was living in the Beverly Hills flats, and I would walk, with the stroller into town just to like get a coffee or whatever. And those moments where they're chasing you and jumping out from behind your cars. And just as like someone who's like a small girl, and I had my baby, it was just very, that got scary. And that's when I was like, okay, this isn't okay.
Do you think that's pretty much over now, unless it's like, I feel like that era was a 5-6 year window where it was really, really intense.
I think there's rules. I think there's laws around it now. And I think I think they're not allowed to show certain age children now, I think.
Yeah, children, I think you can choose. I mean, like even Daily Mail blurs children's faces. That didn't apply then. Yeah, so. They would just do whatever.
Yeah, and I remember one photographer stood outside this it's like this stretch on Beverly one time, and I had Sky, he was just born, and I was holding him, and there were so many like flashes, and they came in the store, and I remember this photographer being like, if I don't go back with this picture, I'm going to be fired.
Shit.
And I was like, shit. I was like, I'm literally no one. Like, I don't understand why this is like, and that scared the hell out of me. And I remember in that moment being like, yeah, this has to stop now. Like I have to take a beat.
Yeah.
This is getting scary, and because it just as a girl, like I hate to sound like that, but it's like, I imagine if you're like a big dad, like carrying a child, you feel a little safer.
Yeah. When it's like, when it's 30 guys in Range Rovers going 110 miles an hour.
Yes. And that was happening. I was driving, and I was like, how do I stop this? Like, where do I turn?
Wait a second. Where do I turn?
I'm in back alley.
Yeah. If I can't go down an alley, where can I go?
You're like, am I famous enough for a police escort? I don't know.
No, I'm not.
Is there a number I call?
I'm a freaking stylist, people. Like, I'm not Madonna. What is going on?
No, I think that it has changed and it's calmed down, but unless there's certain levels of celebrity where the rule, like if, Taylor Swift pops out, or, Tom Cruise is riding his motorcycle out of, Sunset Tower Valet. Like, all, people, it goes back to the old days of guys jumping out of trees and just,
but I
risking their life.
I think the bigger thing now is that because of social media, they don't need that picture because
the power isn't there.
The power's not there. You're going to put up a better one.
800 people got the same photo. So
Selena Gomez has, 1 billion followers on Instagram. What do you got, bro? It ain't gonna. I mean, but the thing is, I think I feel like the only point, or a lot of it then was sort of like to see someone drunk,
right,
or to see them doing something bad.
Yes.
And I think that was what made it fun, quote unquote, for everybody. Is that it was like,
is that
Coke on her nose?
Sure.
Like, oh, this is crazy.
And it was.
Whereas,
and a lot of times it was.
Because now it's just sort of like, oh yeah, it's Jacob Elordi looking really hot, leaving a restaurant after having a tea.
Shocker.
Like it's not really. It's like it's not really much to go with. I mean, you want to see his clothes, I guess.
He's so cute.
Yeah, no shit, Rachel. He's
really cute.
Yeah, who actually while that we're on that topic, who are some, now that you're a single woman, who are the loins boiling for?
Yeah, who are we looking at? What's the age cutoff though? Real talk.
What's the age cutoff? It cannot have a 2 in front of it.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's okay. I think that's reasonable.
So 3 and up.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think men would say there can't be a 1 in front of it. So it's big of you. It's big of you.
Jesus Christ.
Not any guys that we would hang out with.
I'm raising 2 young boys, right? So my son is turning 15.
So if anybody wants to get into your life, they got to be the dad that stepped up as well. They can't just.
He doesn't have to have kids. But like
he can't be in the same grade as your son, is what you're saying.
I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys. Oh my God.
All right. So what's your son? Does your son think you're cool, or does he think like does he not get it?
I think my son thinks I'm cool now. He does think I'm cool. I think because I think there was this moment when he was in 7th grade. So I have 1 in 6th and 1 in 9th. I'm so close with them. I don't try to be cool around them at all. Like, I don't try to say their things they say. Like the other day I was like, oh my God, you guys, I'm crashing out. They're like, Mom. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like try to
Mom,
sound like
don't
you.
say crashing out. Yeah,
I was like,
that's
but I
bad.
actually really was crashing out. I was like, oh my God, I'm like overstimulated. My head's going to implode. But I think because I'm so close with like his friends and his like friends that are girls.
Hold on. So Big Sky's bringing chicks back to the house?
Well, like
No door closed, I bet. No door closed.
no door closed yet.
Okay.
No, but I am like friends with his guy friends and also friends with his friends that are girls.
Sure.
They'll like come and hang out with me. So I think that
I know you ain't got no snacks in that house. So what the fuck
I
you
have
got?
so many snacks. I have more food and more snacks than any house you've ever been in. There are 2 full massive drawers with organized snacks in bins all the time, full. And if they're not full, I have a panic attack.
Okay, what area of snacks is your specialty?
All salty snacks.
Okay, salty, sweet candy.
No candy, and everything's organic.
Of course.
And there is dark chocolate. There's dark chocolate.
Sure.
But there's a lot of salty snacks.
It's
Like
actually good for you.
But you'll get that. You're getting the Whole Foods, the Erewhon version of maybe a childhood classic.
1,000,000,000%. There are no chemical filled snacks in my house.
Maybe a
ever.
gluten-free peanut butter pretzel, something like that.
Sure, like the Quinn ones.
Yeah,
sure.
Quinn.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
But I'll be honest, my kids don't love peanut butter. I try to force it on them. They don't. It's weird.
They're like, Mom, we're allergic. Stop. You're like, stop being
But
such
here's
a
the
little
thing.
pussy.
Why's your tongue so
Skylar-
big, loser?
Sky did slip recently
Okay.
and said, like, yeah, Mom, you're the cool mom. My friends think you're a cool mom. And I was like,
Oh
oh,
wow! I thought you were gonna
What?
say. I thought you were gonna say he had a spoonful of peanut butter. I was like, gotta get this guy in rehab.
no, I do give them protein smoothies and slip a little almond butter, peanut butter situation in there.
All right, is he trying to bulk up a little bit, or you?
Yeah, he is trying to bulk up. He is.
Just, really?
Yeah.
Is he a member of the manosphere? Is he watching people stream and hit their face with hammers
I
to get
can't,
more
like,
snatched cheekbones?
I mean, I got to tell you, there's no world that I ever thought by having 2 boys that they were going to have any interest or knowledge of the anatomy of the face. That is
Okay.
something
Sure.
because in our era,
Mhm.
guys were like,
Guys didn't even use soap to wash their face.
forget that. They didn't look in the mirror. So like,
Must be nice.
I have no more Tom Ford cologne. All my Tom
Oh.
Fords are gone.
Yeah, because
They're
I know that
gone.
young guys are really into fragrance. That's like a big thing.
I can't. I have none left. My kids are. I have no Tom Ford left.
Really?
Anything that is designer or androgynous, like or unisex or whatever.
Is he trying to get? Is he trying to get tap into your chrome hearts, or has he resisted that?
I have no chrome hearts left. It's gone.
He's got all the chrome.
they-
all the chrome.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, is your son a heady boy?
a what boy?
Heady boy. It's like
What does that mean?
Like Hedy Slimane.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And also, here's the thing. Okay, so it's wild because like they'll be like, Mom, like, do you know Rick Owens? Or like, Mom, do you ever own anything with Rick Owens? I'm like, I have a whole section in my archive of Rick Owens. Like, and I let him put on one of my like Rick Owens leather jackets and like, Margiela, all these designers are like, it's wild.
Mhm.
And the founders of Chrome Hearts, Lori and Richard,
Mhm.
are friends of mine for 20 years. I mean, Lori's like a really close friend. And the fact that I'm friends with her actually made me cool.
Wow.
And so when we went to see Lori at Chrome in St. Bart's, I mean, my kids were like starstruck.
Like,
and I'm like,
they let them buy a
Holy
beanie because
Like they were
with you?
meeting Drake or something like that.
oh, no, literally. And
And you're
Lori,
like, I've known this lady forever. What's going on?
I mean, quite literally, I met Lori when I was getting leather pants for like Enrique Iglesias.
Ugh.
I always
Enrique,
forget.
he was hot back then with
Very
those
hot.
leather
He's
pants.
still hot.
He's still
And
He
Enrique's
hot.
he
still
looks
hot.
good.
Yes. Yeah, he looks very
Honestly, Enrique is beautiful, but he is such an elegant, kind soul. He's like as good looking as he is kind. And he is
good.
also just such a boy. Like he's like a baseball hat and a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's
Must
it.
be nice. Yeah, he doesn't need the extra shit. That's why.
He does not need any extra
But I always
shit.
forget because I think you're so well known for women that there was so much work with men too.
Oh, I styled a lot of, I mean, the first part of my career was styling, male supermodels, actors. I mean, Ashton Kutcher, he was one of the first guys I ever styled. And I met him when he was doing the Calvin ads.
Mm-hmm.
Like I met him so young.
He was doing like early like YSL shows and stuff like that as well. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Ashton's always been good looking. He's always been nice. He's always been.
He needs a stylist. He needs a stylist right now, so maybe you could step in.
I mean, Ashton's good. I do not worry about Ashton. He is, and I love his wife, Mila. She's amazing. They're great, and he's so successful. I mean, he's such a success
Very
story.
successful.
Not only as an actor, but honestly, as like an investor, entrepreneur. I mean, he's brilliant.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch people that I've known for so long, like that either started as an actor, a musician, or a model, become these like incredible, successful entrepreneurs, founders, investors,
Well, do you think of yourself as like a business person now?
I am a business person.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, probably first and foremost. I mean, I started my life as a stylist, and everything I do in my career is through the lens of a stylist. It's always going to be what is visually stimulating and beautiful, but also anything that pertains to building the brand and sort of the message, the common thread throughout of really helping women and helping men too really live, their best lives in the most, filled with style, of course, but also helping particularly women find their footing in building brands and business, confidence, finding their style, finding, their own path and journey to where they can and should be, and really trying to come from a place of, I don't want to say teaching, but really just trying to help women learn from, mistakes I've made along the way.
Oh, come on. You haven't made any mistakes. Don't do that.
I've made so many mistakes. People say that to me all the time.
I was joking.
No. People say that to me all the time. They're like, you've never tripped up. I'm like, are you okay? I've tripped over myself more times than I haven't. But like, I try to really take, my youngest son always drops these little nuggets of wisdom at, age 12. You either win or you learn. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Motherfucker Deepak Chopra. What the hell?
Yeah, by the way, yeah.
Jay Shetty ass. All right.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to. My wife is a wardrobe stylist as well.
Oh wow, amazing! So you know the actual hell of it.
I know a good amount about how this whole world works. And do you have any advice for dating a stylist who might have a similar personality type as yours, Rachel? I think I'm good. We're married and we have a beautiful relationship, but
could you figure out a way to make Jason not 5 minutes late because he's got to pack boxes? Is that anything you can do?
How long have you been together?
We've been together probably like 8-9 years. Been married for 2.5.
And how long has she been a stylist?
She's been a stylist maybe like 15 years.
Wow. Okay. So you were born into this. You met her in this. So you know.
She was already
so you're
already a working
sleeping
stylist.
in rolling racks and boxes and stuff. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. I work from home, so I'm shipping and receiving. The boxes come in.
So
the
you're
boxes go out.
basically you're shipping and receiving. Okay, I understand.
But more so, I mean, like the personality type. Because you are producers also.
We are.
At the end of the day, and you have management, and you have your team and your assistants, and
it's so much.
It's a special personality.
It is a special personality, and it's a job that you have to love with every inch of your being because it's too much work to do if you don't love it, because you'll just hate everything if you don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's exhaustive and very thankless at times. And but if you love what you're doing, it is important for you to try and separate when her work is done and your work is done, to take time for you that is not related to that. Because otherwise you find yourself immersed in boxes and clothes and FedEx and rolling
Yeah,
racks.
Jason, if WorldNet calls after 8 p.m., you just can't pick it up. I don't care
Listen,
how important it is.
But
I
by
don't
the
give a shit.
way, you better answer that fucking call or you're not going to have what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are at the mercy of WorldNet and FedEx.
You got to keep the fridge stocked. You know, this is all light stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Just some snacks. I think is the biggest takeaway. I would
You
say to help.
need snacks.
When's the last time you didn't drive an SUV?
Me?
Yeah.
God, never. I've had big cars and SUVs since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have no choice. That's the other thing I think is interesting is that you kind of have to have a big car. It's part of the job in LA.
100%.
Hauling those trunks. Well, I think it's all worth it from a business standpoint. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, all this hard work and working for free, and the hours and the stress and the anxiety, because everything's a write-off, right?
But it is very important that she and you kind of, I think, look at what you do as more than a service you're providing and try to have something tangible that you can have ownership in or invest in, so that if God forbid that goes away, this is the business person speaking, that you have
a product.
It's why every hairstylist has a brand, why every makeup artist has a brand, why design, why stylists start, it doesn't have to be clothing, it could be anything. It could literally be anything. It could be an organic food company, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But just something
that'll make money while you're asleep, where
Yep.
mailbox money. Once the hands are arthritic and can no longer pull Louboutin.
That, and also, like, if God forbid there's a world shutdown again.
Yeah, another world shutdown.
Because let me tell you something.
I'll tell you, who suffered during the shutdown? Stylists. That's who I was thinking about first and foremost.
Stylists, hair, makeup, they literally, I had people, my very close friends that are the most successful stylists in the world, like now, I mean, they didn't work. There was not a job to be had. There was not a dollar to be made.
And it was good for me because I produced all the podcasts for all those bitches for those 6 months when they all were like, I guess I'm going to do a podcast now.
Yep, true.
It's funny you say
facts.
It's funny you say that because, I mean, maybe you didn't do this, but I kept my team. I did my hair and makeup every day at my house to keep them employed during the pandemic.
You want to know what I did to go back to the smoky eye question? I had a cat eye every single day in COVID.
Ooh.
I bet you did.
I
bet you were going off.
Just a smoky COVID eye.
I did. I just didn't really care. I was like, I gotta look at myself right now, and I'm not ready to see myself.
Yeah, I still look at the reflection. As we wrap up, I think our female listeners would be upset if we didn't ask you about your hair.
My hair,
and kind of what goes into it, because I know it's one of your more iconic part of your look. Obviously, the clothes can change, the furs can change, the gold can change. The hair has been very consistent, I would say, for most of the time.
I think that my hair weirdly is the lowest maintenance thing for me because it is an actual part of me. It is like my curtain. It's like sunglasses for me. It just is a constant.
So we're confirming that it's real. We are confirming it's real.
My hair is real. I mean, most of my hair is real.
In some ways.
Okay. That's good enough.
I'm going to say most of my hair is real. I play with extensions for like fullness.
Yeah, sometimes we got to beef up depending on what's going on.
Well, also the other part of that is that my hair, especially because of all the shooting that I've been doing, especially over the last few years with the show and press and stuff, it's like I'm constantly, in my not shooting life, I'll just like wash my hair, let it dry naturally, put a lot of like product in it, like from Olaplex to.
Well, that was my next question. What's the shampoo conditioner routine?
I use a lot of different, but I do love I love Olaplex products. I love Color Wow.
Color Wow.
Great hair product because there's no residue, there's no buildup. So I do love that. I love Barbara Sturm hair care.
I didn't know Sturm had hair.
She does.
Damn. My pockets ain't deep enough for that.
Yeah, well, I have her whole skincare line too. I mean, it's intense. I mean, the stuff gets expensive, but it's great. It's great. The good stuff is great and worth it. You got to kind of take care of it.
Couldn't agree more. That's why I look 25 and I'm 43.
What's the nighttime routine? Do we braid it? Is there a silk do-rag?
Yeah, silk do-rag.
There's something really funny about you guys asking hair questions. I'm not going to lie. I love it. It's really making me laugh. Okay. So here's my deal. If so in the summer, especially, I will wash my hair like twice a week.
Okay.
You know, I call it the big shower, right? Where you like have to do the whole thing. It's
The
like
everything shower.
a friend of mine goes, "Are you going in for the mermaid shower?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing the mermaid
I'll
shower."
call you in 2 hours. I'm going in.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, no, by the way, I'm not joking. I will text and be like, "Be back in 2 hours."
Like a doctor going in for surgery.
Literally, it's such a thing. And it's like, you know, you do your mask and you do the whole thing. But yeah, so I'll do all the things where I'll do like a good shampoo, deep conditioner, hair mask, and then come out and then I'll braid it. I'll braid it, or I'll do like a bun, like a knot. But typically I'll do like 2 or 3 braids and just let it dry in the braids. And then I got like a wave. And
We get a natural wave.
My wife does the same thing.
I like to, if I don't have to, if I don't have to dry my hair, I will not dry my hair. I will always let it air dry.
Yeah, I let mine air dry too. You
know, you're annoying because you don't have to do anything.
He is annoying.
Well, I get a haircut every week, which is kind of annoying in itself. You know what I mean? Because you want to keep it clean,
right?
But that's not as annoying as spending thousands of dollars on products and having to do.
It's just honestly like it's just so much to be us. It's just being a girl in this world is so much.
We love you guys for it.
Thank you.
And when we're done with all this big press run and all these media thingies, we want a nice vacay for you, okay?
Thank you very much.
I know you're going to Cabo.
I mean, if I could dream a dream, well, I will be in Aspen when this is all over, and then maybe St. Bart's would be amazing, but that would be the dream.
Can you actually ski, or are you just there for the opera?
Oh, no, I'm a skier, but I'm a skier since I'm 4. My dad made sure my sister and I were skiers. We never went to beach vacations, only skiing my whole life. But now I probably wouldn't ski now as a mom. I do it with the boys when they ask me to, but I could easily do a week in Aspen and not touch the slopes. I don't need to. To be honest, I just don't want to get hurt. I know that sounds crazy.
I don't know. I don't either. I'm terrified.
I could ski black diamonds all day long, but like getting hurt for me right now would be just so bad for my kids, and so that scares me.
What a great storyline. You got to get perks from Dorit. I could see it now. This is good. I see something here.
Yeah, we can't have a full leg cast for 6 months right now. There's too much going on.
We can't.
No, I can't. I say to my kids, like, I know you want me to ski with you, but if I get hurt, you have no mom. So
that's a good way to look at it.
They're like, but still come, mom.
Whatever you say. All right.
Okay, really quick, last question, then we're gonna let you go.
Yeah.
The Met Gala theme this year is fashion is art.
Oh my God, this is the best theme that I have seen for the Met in forever. This is one of my favorite themes they've ever done.
Because it's so open to interpretation.
I mean, this is the dream. I mean, this is literally like, McQueen, Saint Laurent, like the Modigliani prints. Like, I mean, forget it. It's like, this is literally the absolute dream theme. Like as a stylist, like I honestly want to come out of styling retirement to dress as many people as possible for this.
Okay, Jacob Elordi, if you're listening, send a DM.
God,
Rachel will style you.
No, but you have to leave the room when he changes, though. We're not letting you get in a free show. We're not letting you get a free show. That's what the assistants are for. Sorry, we can't let you do that.
I mean, I styled Brad Pitt. I styled a lot of boys. Yeah, those moments are rough. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, those moments are rough when you're.
They sound terrible.
Brad, I'll just turn around then. I'll just turn around.
You just gotta leave.
My wife's really going through it with Somber lately. She's really in hell right now.
Somber, is that the one dating Jesse Joestar?
No, that's Youngblood.
Youngblood. Sorry, I'm not okay.
But yeah, Rachel, thank you so much. An honor talking to you. It was a blast.
Of course, you guys. This was
great.
fun.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
I'm missing American dreams since I was 17. Don't matter if I step on the scene or sneak away to the Philippines. They still gon' put pictures of my derriere in the magazine.